Hello everyone, welcome to the Shopcuts YouTube channel, where you'll find awesome information you can use in your own shop, like tool reviews, how-tos, shop tips, and even some project videos. Today I'm going to talk to you about saw blades, which is an often overlooked topic in our shop. So stick around. Okay. So I find when I'm having a hard time making cuts, or it's starting to smoke or leaving burn marks on the wood that I'm cutting, I used to think that it was time for a new blade, and I'd go out and spend another $30, $40, or $50 and buy a new blade. And in reality, that's often not the case. Oftentimes our blades are dirty with pitch buildup all through here, and it's just time to clean them. So that being said, over the years I've used a lot of products, commercial products, made for cleaning your saw blades and whatnot, and there's nothing wrong with them. They work great, work quite well, they're safe. However, recently I've started using oven cleaner, and there's a lot of controversy out there on the internet that people say that oven cleaner is dangerous to the carbide or to the brazing alloys in your saw or in your blade. And not only have I not found that to be the case, a lot of other folks also have found that not to be the case. I'll leave a link to an article I found from carbideprocessors.com, where they've actually done some testing in their facility about oven cleaner. And what I generally do is I will use one of these oil change containers that you use for changing the oil in your vehicle. I just have one dedicated for cleaning my saw blades, and that way my blade's safe. It's plastic, it's not going to chip or mar anything on my blade. And I'll take, and that's the other thing about the oven cleaners, you don't have to use an awful lot. You just kind of do that. I'll give it a flip here. Give it a nice little coating. You can already see it starting to kind of liquefy some of that pitch and resin. And I'll usually let it sit for just I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, and then let it kind of work, and then we'll come back in with a wire brush. And I usually like to use a brass bristled brush so that they're not, it's just a little safer and easier on metal surfaces. In a pinch, I've actually used a stainless brush, but I prefer a brass brush whenever possible. So we'll let that soak for a few minutes, and we'll come back and we'll show you how we clean it up and get you back running again. Okay, that has set for 5 or 10 minutes probably. And I like to use, it's important to use gloves around any chemical and sharp items. And I don't like to use the disposable gloves too much. I like to use these kind of coated, I don't know what you call them, just kind of rubber coating. And the reason why is with a saw blade or anything sharp for that matter, a disposable glove doesn't take much to break your glove on a sharp blade. So anyway, so I take a brass brush. Now this is soaked in, and just go in there. I'll spare you the details of going around the whole entire saw blade, but go in there and just lightly loosen up whatever's still hanging around there. And then I like to have some clean rags on hand when I do this. You can kind of see the difference here just by that little bit. So I'll continue to go around and do all this. And also, there's nothing wrong with these commercial cleaners. In fact, I still keep them around the shop, but I had seen talk about these oven cleaners before, and actually I tried it by accident one time. It was, I think, a Saturday or Sunday evening. I was working in my shop, and I was ripping some cherry, and that tends to burn easily if you don't have a clean blade. So I tried the oven cleaner out, and I really haven't gone back since then to the commercial cleaners. And another benefit is the commercial stuff. I think I paid almost $14 for that, and you can get, you know, I don't know exactly the price, but $3 or $4 I'm sure for a can of oven cleaner. So it saves you money, but also I was able to go to my local Walmart or grocery store and pick some up, rather than evenings on a weekend when the tool store is not open. So I'll speed you up here while I clean this up, and we'll come back in a minute and we'll take a look at what we got. Alright, there you have it. Sometimes if it's really dirty, I'll even go rinse this in some warm water. And I know a lot of guys are going to cringe when they hear me say that, but I won't do that if I'm not going to spend the time and to dry it off thoroughly like this. And also I'll take some shop air, compressed air, and thoroughly dry the blade. And then, just as an added, if I'm going to store it, I'll spray a light coating of WD-40 or PB Laster or whatever, just a light oil on it just to keep it from rusting. But oftentimes I put it right back in my saw and go right back to work. And it's nice to have a good, nice, clean blade that is still very sharp and ready to give me a lot more life. And keeps you safe too. Whenever you have a dull blade, that's one of the most dangerous things you can have is you start working harder to push the stock through, and that's when mistakes happen. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this little tip, little video. It's what I use. It's worked well for me. And like I said, I'll leave a link to the Carbide Processors articles they've written. It's worth a read if you're skeptical about it. And if you guys like this kind of content, hit the like button for me and subscribe. I'd love to share some more information with you. Thanks a lot. Bye.